Hello everyone, and welcome to my Let's Play of Catacomb Kids. Catacomb Kids is a platformer roguelike, somewhat similar to Spelunky. I backed it on Kickstarter a long time ago, when it was on Kickstarter. It's still in its alpha version, but it's been getting better and better. It's in early access on Steam, so you can play it there if you want. According to Steam, I've played it for 40 hours. Which is not including other time I played before it came to Steam. So you might think that with this experience I'm actually good at the game. That is definitely not true, but I do find it very enjoyable. So I'm going to start off this Let's Play by just sort of going over some of the basics and what I know and can easily explain. So there's a daily run feature, which is somewhat like Spelunky, I guess. And then, of course, there's just the normal play mode. So what we see here, there's 3 different classes we can pick. I guess eventually there will be 6, but 3 of them aren't implemented yet. So we've got the Bully, the Wanderer, and the Poet. So the Bully is sort of your typical melee class, although they have a minus in defense, which is interesting. Poet is more your rogue type of class. They have advantage to speed, and they start with either some fancy shoes or something that helps them see. And then you've got the Poet, which is your spellcaster class. Just for the sake of simplicity, I'm going to start off by playing a Bully. So you see here we get a choice of, I think it looks like about 6 different characters we can pick, each with different attributes and equipment and number of hit points. So in general, characters with fewer hit points tend to have better attributes. So if you look on the left, under where it says no spell, you see the attributes each of the characters has. So this one, for example, starts with the magical armor. He's good with axes. What that means is they start with a special axe skill that I'm not very good at using. They're sneaky, which I think means they're better at being quiet. And they're hungry, which means meals that you eat tend to drop out of the queue, and you need to eat more food. So it's annoying, but I tend to forget about eating, so it's not really that big of an issue to me. So this one you see has 5 hit points, but they've got both Loud and Messy Eater. So I tend to look for something with high hit points because I tend to get killed a lot. So I'm gonna try Holly Heaven here. He's got a really big minus to speed. I'm guessing that's coming from the Jagged Axe, but a boost to strength and defense. So maybe this will go out. I don't know. So we see our screen here. See we've got light, there's a Grumble up there, and those are sort of the most difficult early game enemy. That was a slime, and I'm going to fight off this Grumble real quick. And this other Grumble, if he sees me, which he did, mostly because I jumped right behind him. Anyway, those Grumbles, they are only easy for me to kill because I've had a lot of experience with them, and even sometimes it's not that easy. Also, my character has a high strength, which helped a lot. These Byats, I don't know if it's pronounced Byat or Yat, or they're bats, whatever they are. They fly around and are kind of annoying. You saw I just picked up that slime and ate it. So if you see down in the lower left, we've got a queue of 5 things. Whenever we eat 5 things, something happens. Usually some health is regained. You'll notice there when I dropped down from that ledge, there was sort of a shake and a little reminder of a negative trait in the lower right corner. That's reminding me that I'm loud, and that made noise. Let's see. If you leave food too long, it becomes rotten. This one just says ball of slime, though, so I'm going to eat it. You get some sort of bonus if you alternate between 2 types of food, so I'm going to try to eat a Byat next. But we'll see if that actually happens. There's a nasty type of chopping swingy thing up there. They have a tendency to kill me, so I try to avoid them. Although I'm going to see if I can maybe trick that Grumble into jumping into it. Although ideally, I won't attract his attention at all. Although I am loud. Yep. So if we open this desk here, we'll get a spell book. And if we use this spell book, we can learn one of 4 spells. I tend to like double jump, just because it's a spell you can use an unlimited number of times. I tend to find, especially with the bully class, that spells take too long to cast to be useful in combat. But this double jump can really help you in some situations. So I'm going to learn that. We have what you see are called learning points. Every time we get an orb of leveling, which is the way you level up in this game, you get an additional learning point, and they can be spent either to learn spells, or later on the 3rd floor we'll meet a ghost who can help us either get some better traits, or lose bad traits, or improve our class abilities. So speaking of these class abilities, I never mentioned that we have a taunt ability. Whoops. And that is a trap, things that there are many of. So the class ability of the bully is a taunt, which will alert everyone around you, and at higher levels will weaken them. So I'm going to use that now, and it will startle him. And oh crap, there were 2 of them. But I managed to fight them off into that crushing trap. So this pink potion, normally I tend to throw potions at enemies to identify them, so I'm just going to hang on to it. But this muddy potion was being carried by the Grumble, so it's probably something beneficial. It was a potion of might, which doesn't really help me at the moment because I'm not doing any fighting. But let's try opening this fancy chest. Oh, we got a decorated chainmail of the snake. I'm not really sure what decorated benefits. I think it might add to intelligence or something. And the other snake, I really don't know what does, but that's better than our good breastplate in speed and intelligence. So I'm going to take it, and we'll see what happens. So a bit ago you noticed it said that my pink potion is warm to the touch. I don't exactly know what these attributes do, but I'm pretty sure that each type of potion has either 2 or 3 different attributes. So in theory, if I knew those well enough or had looked them up online, I could know that since my pink potion is warm and thick, that means there's, a greater chance that it's a potion of health, for example, or it could be a potion of poison. But I don't know what those are. I should start making a chart, but I haven't bothered to do that yet. So if I ever figure out what this potion is, I'll keep in mind that it's warm and thick. Here's another blue potion. Another potion. Specifically a blue one. Just going to set that down for a minute. Oh, and another potion. Oops, I just taunted the trap. And the trap just killed me, which goes to show how this game goes. I don't know if there's some way I can see what my potion was. I guess not. Anyway, we see that a number of creatures, when they died, hated me, which is to say probably that I killed them. And sometimes on the left we'll see some reputations, for example, innocent, if, I died before I could kill anything, or taste tester, if I tried to identify a number of potions by drinking them. But we didn't get any reputations on this one. So I'm going to try again. So this one here starts with 3 negative attributes, but 5 hit points again. We've got a venomous stick, which will poison our enemies, I guess. We also get a hat, which kind of looks like a wizard hat, but we're a bully, so that's interesting. But it looks like this one will be fun, so we'll give it a try. And let's see. Got a crimson potion. I'm going to throw it at that Biad up there. And it was a potion of flames. And I'm going to try to stay away from that flaming Biad. I'm going to stomp on this goo. Going to eat the goo and eat the Biad. Oh, it's a charred dead Biad, I'm guessing. It's probably not good to eat something charred. I'm not exactly sure what a chainmail of reflection does, but it sounds cool. So I'm just going to give it a shot. It gives me speed and less strength. Oh, it looks like I'm loud again. Let's open this chest. Ooh, spiked shoes. So as far as I know, what they do is they do more damage when you stomp on things. Like, yeah, so I'm doing 2 damage there instead of 1 for stomping on that goo. Slime. There we go. Oops! So many of those. These spikes are probably my biggest nemesis. Well, not these particular spikes, but spikes in general seem to kill me far more often than they should. Uh, one thing that I have no idea where that goo came from, but I'm going to kill it. I knew that grumble was there, but I didn't do anything to avoid him. So now I see somehow that poison infected my body. I'm guessing it was from the mushroom here. They tend to let off a cloud of poison. But the mushroom disappeared, yet I still got poison. So now we see I'm down to 1 hit point, which probably means I'm going to die soon. I could just try to eat this potion and, hope it's a health potion, but, that's probably a risky thing to do. It could be a potion of flames or a potion of ice, which would encase me in an ice block. Or apparently it could be a potion of lightning, which wouldn't exactly help me. I'm going to eat this ball of goo over here and hope that in time I can collect 5 balls of goo. Got some Fishanas down there. The way to the next level is here, but I want to find the Orb of Leveling first. Not only because it levels me up, but also it'll heal me 3 hit points. And there we see it is. And I'm going to go ahead and use it right away. Normally I wait till I've got some hit points I need to heal, but I was already down to 1. So we get 2 upgrades here. We can upgrade either stats, and once you upgrade a stat, you can instead take an ability related to that stat. One of the things I like to do as a bully is to take the defense upgrade and the disarm upgrade, which means when I clash weapons with the foe, it'll disarm them, which is kind of nice. So that's what I'm going to do for now. I'll try to switch it up a bit more than I normally do for the sake of these videos, but we'll see. Let's get this chest over here. An excellent breastplate. More defense. More defense sounds good. And I'll do some fancy spinning and jumping for no particular reason. Try to jump out of the way of those Fishanas. See, one of them came jumping up after me. 2 of them came up jumping up after me. And we'll go on to the second level. Here is, magic and motion again. I'll take double jump again. I guess I never demonstrated, but basically it lets you just jump again in midair. There's one of those crusher things. And I just don't feel like dealing with it. So what I'm going to do is go through this door and find another way. You can do that once per level, or at least so it appears. Maybe I can do it multiple times. That might be a new update. It used to be this would have a gate closing it off. But this basically just regenerates the level. It's useful if you end up getting stuck in a position you can't get anywhere from. But it's fun to also just use to... Oh, he just drank a potion of regeneration. And that is very rude. I have a grudge against this grumble now. There's an empty potion. It could have been my potion of regeneration. But it wasn't. Oh, lava. Lava's fun. And by lava's fun, I mean it tends to get me killed, like most things in the game. There is a rat who just stole my muddy potion. See the Orb of Leveling over there? Oh. And let's see, I've got a rock. I don't care about the rock. So I'm just going to stow my Orb of Leveling and wait until I'm closer to the end of the level. You can't carry the Orb of Leveling through the exit door. Magical Combat. Oh, that has a heal spell. Or cure spell, sorry. Which I'm going to learn. So, once I either... Muddy Potion. Oh yeah, I did have a Muddy Potion. I'm going to throw it at this rat who stole it from... Oh. Now he turned invisible and went sneaky. Oh, there he is. Okay, so the Muddy Potion, which was cool, was a potion of ice. Apparently. That's a potion of flames. I could keep that to throw at an enemy, but I'm already carrying my Orb of Leveling. And, okay, this is a case where having that double jump is going to come in handy. I'm going to jump over here and then jump again to make sure I don't land on those spikes. Oh shit. Oh great, I made the enemy invisible. What I meant to do was throw the potion at him, not the orb, but some things don't always go according to plans. So I'm going to use this Orb of Leveling. Oh, we just see I lost one of the slimes that I ate because of being hungry. And I don't know what to upgrade this time. I guess I'm going to take a Strength upgrade, and then instead of taking one of those Strength abilities, I'm going to also take a Speed upgrade. So now we're on floor 3. And there's a couple notable things about floor 3, one of which is that there's a ghost somewhere, which you can use those learning points, as I mentioned before. I think I should have 1, because I started with 1, spent 2 on spells, and got 2 from Orbs of Leveling. We'll see if I can find that and show you guys. Another thing is that there's a room with a bunch of blue lights, and that room is significant in that it is a good way to die. And what I mean by that is that I think I just swapped weapons. I didn't want to do that. I'm going to go back to my venomous stick. That's a good short sword. Short swords are nice, but venomous sticks are better. I tend to like the halberds and polearms because they're longer. And I'm mad at this goo now, so I'm going to eat it. That's a poison ball of slime, so if I eat it, I'm going to get poisoned, so I'm going to, not eat it. Ah, yes. The blue lights. So if a corpse falls in here, I think, I'm not exactly sure, I haven't played enough to know for exact sure, it'll summon this big Reaper thing that's really nasty and annoying. So I'm just going to try to get through here as quickly as possible. Well, I just lost my left leg. And that would be the Reaper I was mentioning. And he's probably going to kill me, especially since I'm missing a leg. I think I have to kill this guy in order to survive. Which is probably not going to happen. Because I have never successfully killed the Reaper before. And now I lost an arm and am dead. So I wasn't intending to show off the Reaper, but like I said, that's a good way to get killed. And I think that's going to be all for this session. So talk to you guys next time.